Hey guys, wagwan, wagwan. Welcome to another interview. Yeah, Dweet Fraid. It's been a hot minute, I know, but here we are again, sharing an inspirational story to just get you to get a little impetus. I know, especially now where there's a lot of fear and fear mongering, and it's the name says it all. Do it afraid, guys. Do it afraid. All right. So today we're talking with Daniel Jarrett. And Daniel and I met through Instagram talk about the power of social media. So it's a new and budding relationship. So we don't really, I don't really know much about Daniel. So I feel like the perfect question to kick things off is for Daniel. I know that Daniel is a journalist. Many of Daniel a model, because Daniel tan good guys. And uh he like he's just such a bubbly personality. I don't know. When you see his smile, you'll realize, guys, like you have to smile back. You just have to. So, Daniel, tell us a little about yourself. How you want the people to know you?
First and foremost, Wagwan, everybody big up on yourself from all the way in Jamaica. Of course, as Imani said a while ago, my name is Daniel Jarrett. I am from Jamaica. I am a project officer slash journalist. I'm also a public speaker, a motivator. I like to, allow people to smile and be bubbly and enjoy themselves. That's just me. You get me? And that's really my biggest characteristic, my most obvious characteristic of course. Imani mentioned firstly a while ago that I like to smile. Yes, I love to smile, and I also love to put a smile on people's faces as well. So
See, that's
forward
amazing. You
to
see what I
meeting
mean, guys?
everyone here.
See, look at that smile. Like you can sell magazines with that smile, right?
Awesome.
All right,
And
Daniel.
you just increase me.
That's
Yeah.
good. A good energy we want over here. On Do It Fraid, like we try to like the aim behind this whole thing is just to kind of break down barriers to success because I mean people only hear like the Musk, the Oprahs. We see those people when they've already achieved it all, right? So we don't know what some of the smaller decisions. We never saw them in that phase when they were making these smaller decisions to get to where they are. And what it was like when they had to make these big decisions and the fear and the feeling like they don't know, they don't have all the answers, they don't know how to navigate this, but they did it anyway. And that's what we want to talk about on Read Free. That's what we do. So Daniel, tell us about a time in your life, share an anecdote, a story with us, a time in your life when you had a major decision to make, whether it was a new job, a new business, I don't know, something, and you were afraid, but you decided anyway, you took a leap of faith and you bet on yourself and say, you know what, I can do this, and you did it. Tell us about that.
Well, of course, I attended the University of Technology. Graduating from the University of Technology, I did journalism and I did sports, track and field in specific. I moved on to becoming a marketing manager. Now, this job was a job that demanded so much. And during my time in this job as well, I just found that I deserved more. Right?
Yeah.
And what happened was I just felt as if I really want to move on after like 3 months.
3 months?
And moving on from a job in a 3-month period, it not look good.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good in Jamaica.
Like you just started career, you should
Exactly. Yes.
you should get your foot in that company and so, right?
Yeah. Yes. So you're just matriculating into the realm of work. But at this point in time, you're deciding to move on. You're saying that, listen, this is not for me. Who are you? You don't even have experience
Yeah.
to be deciding if this is for you, yes or no.
Yeah.
But I did it. I moved on to another marketing company. I spent 1 month at that marketing company. Now it's starting to look as if I'm a joker.
Yeah, man, it's
Like
actually no
this
Daniel.
guy,
Yeah.
like this guy is stupid or what? As he is, why is he just resigning from every job like that? Him can't hold one job. This not gonna look good. But this is not going to look good on your resume. You get me? I say,
Yeah.
like, oh my God, Daniel is crazy.
Make
But
up
I
your mind.
decided to move on, not knowing where I am going next.
Wow.
So I
So wait,
was
you never had the job
see.
that you were moving into? You never got an acceptance before you resigned from that one?
No, I just resigned. Because I just found that this was totally not for me,
Wow.
and I just didn't want to continue. So I said, okay, fine, resign. I sat at home, big up my virgin them, were always invite me to Carib to watch movies during my time of unemployment, invited me out, even to his workplace as well. He invited me to Carib, he invited me to dinner. You
Yeah.
get me? A real virgin that. You
Yeah,
get me?
man.
Like,
You still,
it was,
it keeps you out there, right?
yes, it was just so awesome. And during my unemployment period as well, I took some time to focus on even my YouTube show, which is currently on a long pause that
Yeah.
I really want to get it off the ground from. But I took the time to focus on that, and I literally started to focus on that. I started to plan. I got a book from my friend. I got a nice working shirt because he believed in me so much that
Yeah.
I would gotten a job. Lo and behold, I got a job in media.
Well, this is where you
Media,
were headed, right? With journalism background.
actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because my degree was in communication arts and technology.
Yeah.
And journalism is my passion. I got I got a job in my field.
Yeah.
This is my dream job now. And this is where, in my eyes, I'm supposed to be. So I was there enjoying myself, so proud of myself,
Yeah.
right? And I was doing the work. I was putting in the work. The environment started to become very, very toxic,
Wow.
right?
And this was supposed to be the it, right? The job.
Exactly, exactly. And even when the environment became toxic, or was starting to become toxic in the initial stages, I said to myself that, listen, I am not going to be absorbed by all of this negativity. I am going to try to stand out or put my head up above the waters so
Yeah.
that I can achieve the goals that I have set for myself during my time here.
Yes.
So I kept on working, kept on working, kept on working. Some decisions made I don't agree with. A lot of things that I don't agree with. And then at one point I felt like I was being attacked. And now at this point the environment just started to get even more toxic
Oh, man.
until it just started to absorb me in such a way that I started to get annoyed. Let me tell you something, Imani.
Draining all your bubbly energy.
Exactly. Aye. You see, when it comes on to my energy and my mental space,
You have to protect that. You have
that
to
is
protect
of
your
utter
peace.
importance to me, right? And so I ensured that I tried my best to stay on the ball at this place, to try to work to please others. You get me? And sometimes I wasn't even pleasing myself. And the thing is, being in a job and being in a job that you're passionate about,
Yeah.
but the surroundings, the environment is not right, you're
Yes.
not going to enjoy that job.
No,
And
no.
this was my situation. So remember, I already resigned 3 months, 1 month.
Yeah.
from two jobs prior to arriving at the place that I should be.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, I said to myself, I think it was in January, that I might want to move on from here again. But everyone kept on telling me that, listen,
Stick it out.
you need to at least stay. And everybody close to me started to say to me that, Daniel, you're doing this, you're resigning from everywhere, you're doing this, you're doing that. Imani, you see, when you know your worth,
Yes.
when you
Preach,
know
Daniel.
your worth, you should go for what you're worth.
Yes.
And don't allow the fact of you wanting years worth of experience. I understand
Yes.
if it is a case where you for example have bills to pay,
Yes. Yes.
right, which is not my case.
Let me
But
tell you, youth is so precious in the sense that, like, for a lot of us, we have that family support. As I'm a love of culture, so Daniel, we have that family support where, like, for at least in our early 20s and stuff, we can make these mistakes, or we can make these fearless jumps. Like, we can say, you know what, this is not it, and
exactly,
yeah, it's okay to say that. When a lot of times we realize within a month of working somewhere that, yo, this is not
this is not for me.
it. Yeah.
Can just move on. And there are so many people who have moved on from jobs and are very successful at the moment. There are so many people who have moved on from even Jamaica and made sacrifices of migrating to faraway countries that they understand absolutely nothing about. And they get absorbed into the culture so much that they learn so much, and now they go away, become better persons, and become better able to
Yes.
contribute towards the betterment of the country.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
that's exactly what I did. And the story that I wanted to carve out was, if it is that you know your worth, go for it. Do not settle. And I never in life, I never want to settle. I will never settle. I can pledge
Yes.
that to you.
Yes.
Right. I will
So
never settle.
I respect that. I respect that 110%. Like, because one of the things, like, especially as new graduates, and I feel like even now in this global situation, that a lot more new graduates, there's a lot of anxiety, right? It takes so long to actually, your months you're sending out resumes, doing interviews, not getting called back.
Thank you.
And yeah, and there's a lot of fear, in the job market right now. So people are afraid to say, you know what, you're there, you get something, and you realize when you're in this organization or company that, man, this is not the one. People are afraid to leave. Yeah.
But Imani, let me tell you, the existence of technology, the existence of social media, the existence of the different types of media, the internet, it has given us as young people so many opportunities that we can move out of the realm of Jamaica and even go into the world. I see people traveling to Australia. I see people traveling to Japan. I see people traveling to America. I see people traveling to China. There's a lot of different opportunities for us as young people out there. So there is no way in which we have any excuse to sit and settle for stuff that we really and truly don't want.
That is so true. That is, and you
So
know what? I appreciate the fact that you've said that, because that's one of the things, like, I've never quite understood about not just young people, but just people in general. We limit ourselves so much. We've put ourselves in this, literally, we put ourselves in this box that doesn't exist. I'm telling you, if you decide, like my sister now that's in university final year, she's always said that she wants to go to live in South Korea, and my girl teach herself the language, and she's integrated herself so much in the Koreans who are living with the Koreans that are living in Jamaica and Korean culture, that when she makes a transition, it will be easy. I've always encouraged the people in my life to like listen. There's no reason why your plans have to just be in. Some people are from a particular region of Jamaica. So like some people they only look at jobs within Surrey or Cornwall or Middlesex, you know, they wouldn't even like. I'm from St. Thomas, and if I see a job in Negril, and that's a job that I want, best believe I'm applying for it because I'm not
Exactly.
a tree. You know, you're not planted anywhere. So I'm really happy that you brought that up. Like, if
Yes.
we leave nothing with the people today, is that listen, take look for opportunities globally. There's no
Yes.
there's no country, there's no literally like most barriers have been technology, as you said, has removed all of those barriers. Like
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
can go and teach in Timbuktu for all, you know, if that's what you really want to do.
Exactly.
Mm.
And for, and arriving to the point where I had to make that major decision
Mhm.
that was moving on from my career.
Mhm.
Like, this is what I studied at university.
Mhm.
And in order to, you know, protect my mental space, at the same time, this was what was happening in my mind. Daniel, you need to protect your mental space.
Yeah.
But me in a one job when I want for day, I have a passion for sports. I am in sports.
Mhm.
I love sports. Daniel, what is the next step? Things are getting worse.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I am
That's
so
okay.
sorry about that. Let me just do something right here.
Yeah. There we go.
Yes, things are getting very worse. Things are getting worse.
That was funny.
Getting worse.
Yeah.
And I keep on getting a call from someone. Like, can you just call Pascal and tell him that I'm on a Zoom call, please? Yes, things are getting worse, right? And honestly, I had to make a decision, right? And so I said to myself that, listen, this time again, Imani, I
Yeah.
had absolutely nowhere going. I did an interview with my current employers,
Yeah.
and because of the COVID,
Mhm.
they weren't taking on at the moment. And I was
You
like,
made
what?
this decision in the middle of the pandemic?
In the middle of pandemic.
Brave people,
I
this
mean,
is what we wanted to hear on Dweet Fraid. This is bravery.
yeah,
This is what courage looks like, pandemic or not.
exactly. Thank you very much. So what I did, I resigned. Big,
Wow.
bad, and brave.
But I'm brave for true, but now like
I resigned. But I ensured that I resigned with utmost respect
yes.
for every single individual within the environment that I was.
Mm-hmm.
And I gracefully sent my resignation letter in. And yeah, and no hard feelings. I mean, it's just that I'm protecting my mental
Yes.
space. That's
Yes.
all, right?
Yes. Guys,
From there,
I talk about this all the time. Your
yes,
mental health is
is
it's
very
the most
important.
important thing. Trust
Thank
me.
you. Hmm. And after I left from that workplace, I ended up being at home.
Mm.
Right after that, Imani, my dad died.
Wow.
I think it was about 2 weeks after my
2 weeks?
father,
Hey.
and this was another big step for me to take. Not necessarily a step, but it was a big
It's a
obstacle
big life.
for
This
me
is a
to
big life event happening. It's not,
exactly.
yeah. As a parent,
Even so,
you know?
I went overseas uh, at the time, and even my relationship at the time started to get sour down in about September,
Wow.
and that ended in October, but it really
A lot happening.
October really marked a big change for me in my life. It's almost like my life rewind
Yeah.
and literally started over. I got an excellent job opportunity, right? And I was like, whoa. During the time that I was unemployed, I literally was so worried, and I started to doubt God, and I started to doubt every single thing that I believed in. And I said to myself that, whoa, look what happened.
Yeah.
I finally got a job opportunity. And I took it. It's basically me starting over again, because at this point, I'm not in a relationship. I'm not with anybody.
Wow.
I am just starting a new job.
Yeah, and you're in a healing space. I'm assuming that you're healing, you know, like, because I don't know how it is. I haven't lost my parent, but I've lost my close relatives, and the grieving, and kind of like, for me, like, what have happened is, I feel like I have to do all the things that I promised the person who passed, you know, like I lost my grandma this summer as well, and it was like, you have to get your ish together and do all the things that you promised grandma you were gonna do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
yes.
yeah, I can imagine that you're healing, and you're healing from that, and then the relationship ending, and it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yes, a lot was going on in my head, but then I started to realize so much about myself. I started to, do stuff for myself. So in October, I took out myself, and you would know, because I'm in touch with you at that time.
Yeah, man.
So I took myself to a restaurant. I did my
yeah, man.
money and Teddy.
Yeah.
I ensured that I, hung out with friends. I treated friends. I myself treated my friends. I ensured that I did stuff that I really wanted to do, and this has contributed so much to my mental health, that whenever I even think of my friends and those around me, I just have a big smile on my face. Right? There's something that every morning, that when I step inside and I look at a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
I took a picture and posted it on Instagram.
I did see.
I smile when I look at that Christmas tree, because it brings so much joy. I didn't know that something, just by looking at something like that, it would have brought so much joy to my soul. And I'm talking about genuinely as well.
That's
because
amazing, Daniel.
Christmas tree, right?
Yeah, like you see.
And also, I one of the things that I really want to do is to just sit in the park and probably have a little picnic, and even those big stuff of going out and every single thing, I just want some reflective moments at this time, because these are the moments
for you
that really, cause me to come into in tune with my inner self, so that I can smile and enjoy and reflect, right? And it has done so much for me over the past 2 months.
Yes.
I am loving my job, actually.
I am very pivotal,
Yes, I am loving my job. Like, even my co-workers, they seem so nice, and everyone,
and it's a healthy space. It's
yes.
for your head is clear. You are happy to go to work. Much people don't happy for our work. Like, every day they get up dreading it.
Yep. So I just really enjoying myself at the moment. And had I not, and looking back right now, the bag I resigned them when I resigned from jobs.
Yeah.
Resigning from that dream job, resigning from that marketing job, resigning, well, those marketing jobs.
Yeah.
I'm like, what if I didn't?
You would have been in a sour place. That the smile I would like to see probably would have been a little slower, you know what I mean? And
Yes.
you would just not be happy. And I'm gonna tell you, you know, they have this saying, they don't really say it about guys, but they always say happy girls are the prettiest. You know,
Yes.
like when you're happy, like I don't know if somebody ever look on you and say, no, Daniel, you're glowing. You
Yeah.
know, like when you're happy from the inside, you just start like when others look at you, it's like a magical thing. They're looking at a unicorn, like, wow, we love your energy. And you remember earlier we talked about protecting our energy. It is so important. We
Yeah.
have like being cognizant of the energy that we're bringing into spaces is
Mhm.
so important. So like I'm proud of you for having, you know, like stuck to it, and like you put yourself first. And I don't know if you realize that in all of these decisions, you literally put yourself first, and you knew what you wanted and decided, you know what, I'm not accepting anything but what I want, nothing less than it.
And the most important part as well, it's not necessarily only about putting yourself first. It's
Mm-hmm.
putting yourself first while respecting others.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the same time, I could just get up and just walk off of them job, like get up and gone. Yeah. But no,
True.
I gracefully did it. I did it with all due respect. And even today, I can go back to these places and
Yeah.
I can say hello and I can shake their hands and
Mm-hmm.
I can say that, listen,
Yeah.
thank you so much for the experience, because I'm grateful for the experience. The
Yeah.
experience has done so much for me.
Yeah.
This has contributed to who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
Every single thing. I don't overlook anything
That's
negative, positive, the nuances, whatever it is. These have contributed to the person I've grown to become
yeah.
and also will become in the future, right? And I am looking forward to every positivity
Yeah.
in the future. And I am also looking forward to inspiring others and and actually living a life
Yeah.
that shows that you as young people
Mm-hmm.
should not settle for stuff that you think that you don't deserve. But at the same time, you should respect others
Mm-hmm.
and do what you're doing with respect, with grace and dignity.
Wow. You see, I was gonna ask, in concluding, what would you want to leave with the people? But I think, guys, if you've not heard, what Daniel wants to leave with the people is listen, don't settle. Right? This is what I'm getting from it. Right?
And I'm not saying that you should go, get up, resign from your job. No,
No, no,
no,
no. We're not
that's not.
advocating for that at all.
You get what I'm saying?
But
Exactly.
do it with some sense of direction.
Yes, and if you have a plan, if you have an aim,
Mm-hmm.
then go for that specific aim. If your
Yeah.
aim is to gain experience, go and gain experience. Do what you have to do. My aim was totally different from your aim, and
Yeah.
your aim might be different from
Mine
John aim, and
or
John aim
everyone
be
else's.
different
Yes.
from me aim. But we should all go for anything that we aim to become, or anything that we aim to achieve from something,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Don't just go in like that. Go in with a plan.
Yes.
Get
Yes.
me? I say,
Yes.
and
Very
me
important.
there I give that advice. I'm resign from job, not knowing where.
With no plan. But
But
you
at the
know
end of
what?
the day,
You might not have had a plan, but you had some direction. And I think
exactly.
that is
Yeah,
important. Like I talk about
I
that.
knew what I wanted.
Mm-hmm. Like I share, like in sharing my own story, I talk about the fact that like there's been a lot of detours, a lot of roadblocks, a lot of setbacks. But guess what? You know when they talk about not astronauts, like people in the nautical field, like sailors and stuff. You're following the
Mm,
North Star, like you're keeping, you're not necessarily following a particular route, but you're following a particular direction. You know, they say, okay, you're going north or you're going northeast, and you just keep northeast and you will get to where you want to go. So, from what
yeah,
I'm getting, you might not have had an immediate plan, but you definitely knew the direction that you wanted to go in.
Yes,
And that's
exactly.
important. Yes. So that's important. Guys, one thing I know for a fact, you don't have to know the nitty-gritty of everything. Like I talk about my 4 big life goals all the time, right? I want to earn a PhD by 30, retire on my ranch by 40, own multiple successful businesses, and be an integral part of the socioeconomic development of my hometown. And may not have the nitty-gritty workout. I don't know what all of these businesses are going to be, right? I don't have the schools and say, oh, I definitely have to go to that school for my master's, that school for my PhD. You know, I don't have all of these things written in stone, but I know that this is the direction that I'm going in. And
Yes.
yes, so I totally get that from your story, and your sharing that you knew what you wanted, and you knew what direction you were headed in, and everything that didn't feel like that, you said, you know what, this is not it. Let me move on to the next thing.
Yeah, and
So,
what I wanted, as a youth, and what is what anybody would want:
mhm.
stability.
Yes,
Right now, I am in a stable job,
yes, yes,
right? Job where I get my health care, I get um my vacation time, I get my rightful salary or whatever,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So I now feel far more stable.
yes,
It's somewhere where I think, and well, where I know actually
yeah,
that I can better myself. I can do far better than what I was doing.
before,
Because even in October when I started to even now, I have learned so much.
yeah,
So much.
that's
And
amazing.
I've helped so many people
That's
in the past 2 months. And I'm so proud of myself as well.
yeah,
I speak this
proud of
every day.
you.
I speak this every single day, and people tend to feel as if I am bragging and I'm boasting and all of that. No, I really like to big up myself, because at the end of the day, yeah, and everybody gonna big you up some.
That's right.
Sorry, I apologize to anybody who feels
No
small
apologies. Nah, we don't
about me bigging up
apologize.
myself.
No, we don't apologize. We don't, like, that's no, 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 no. Like, this is new, right? You
No
and I,
problem.
like, they like, our friendship is budding. So you, like, nobody pop Imani color like Imani. I'm sorry. Like,
Exactly.
you have to go into spaces. Don't ever shrink yourself because it makes other people uncomfortable. You don't see the sun. Like, I try not to swear on this thing, but let me tell you, you don't see the sun dimming its light because people are complaining of being burnt. No, no, the heck not. Okay? We burn bright because guess what? We're in our own lane. We're doing our own thing on our own journey, and everyone should focus on their own journey and their own lives. So
Yes. So
don't
me I do.
apologize ever. Big up
Yep.
yourself because you deserve it. Nobody knows. And
Thank you.
yeah, man, I like, if we're going to wrap things up, and I'm going to encourage persons, listen, no one knows the nitty gritty and the hard work that you put into who you are. Like, nobody sees the behind the scenes stuff. Like, Dan, like, I think we were talking about that the other day. Like, um about your physique. Like, you put a lot of work into this.
What? Gosh,
So
man.
who gives?
I must put on my shirt.
Right? No. You put a lot of work into who you are. I've gotten that a lot. Like, I've gotten people always tell me, "Oh man, you're so selfish." Um, you put your needs and whatever before others. Who's gonna put me first?
Mm,
Honestly, I'm telling you, in any relationship, whether it be romantic or friendship or business, people are always putting their needs and wants before yours. So you can remain naive and and decide that, oh, you're Jesus or Martha or Mary or whoever, whichever disciple or whoever you feel like you're being, and
mhm.
Mother Teresa, you can do that. Good luck, but don't try to tell others to do that. And I'm encouraging you guys as well, all the persons who watch this, listen. Always, always, in every relationship, you can have a partner that you can let them know that you will never be number one in my life. and it's always going to be moi. It should always be you in any dynamic that you're in. You should be your priority always. There's a proverb, an African proverb that says, never take a shirt from a naked man. If
Mm-hmm.
he didn't see it fit to clothe himself or her, like she didn't see it fit to clothe herself, how can they adequately give it to you? You know what I mean?
Yes.
It don't make sense. It not connect. So Daniel, thank you so much for taking the time to like share this with us and to share this time. Your story is very powerful, and I hope that guy, like, people can look at you, you look like them. And that's one of the things that I try to talk about a lot on this platform. I'm sharing stories of people who look like us, who are from similar situations. Jamaica
Mm-hmm.
will come from, right? We know, ano upper Sanandra, or we're coming from very humble backgrounds, very very similar, look like you, same struggles, and we've decided that this we want this and we're going to go ahead and get it. So Daniel, I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you. um
Thank you so much. Thank you.
amazing story. Thank you. And I don't know if you have any closing remarks that you want to leave with the people.
Do it, Fraid.
Brap brap. That's right, guys. So thank you again for tuning in. If anything resonated with you, drop it in the comments, share it with somebody. I really appreciate this time, and I honor it. And we're going to keep putting out amazing content that inspires you to do it afraid. You don't have to have it all figured out. Just make some baby steps in the direction of your goals. All right. See you guys.
Thank you so much, man.
Bye bye, Daniel.